Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Informal giving you the latest and greatest Mr. Informal podcast. I go by the name of Mr. Informal. I hope you are safe. I hope you are doing well today. And certainly, Christmas is almost close. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. And certainly, you are being cautious and being safe and not um, certainly having a great healthy body because of these upcoming pandemic. Well, I shouldn't say upcoming, but as you know, these times are hard. So just want to remind you, please do not forget to add me on Instagram, MISTERINFORMAL, and then check out my website, mrinformal.com, MRINFORMAL.com. So these are the four topics for the podcast 135, Mr. Informal. And so, number one, curbside pickup. I know that more people are certainly picking up more items on curbside pickup, but at the same time, they are increasing. Number two, package delay. A lot more package delays coming. Number three, small businesses certainly getting hit these days. And then last but not least, have you noticed there's been a lot of low stocks? Low stocks, especially in technology or electronics. And so those are the four topics for the Mr. Informal podcast 135. And so let's go ahead and start the podcast. And so as you can tell, a lot of the curbside pickup is everywhere nowadays. The malls, parking lot, Target, Walmart, Burlington, the malls, and basically big retailers, including the malls too. And they were mostly, actually I shouldn't say mostly, but all of them were started because of the China virus. And you didn't see a lot of them because people were coming into the store and picking up the items in store. And so to alleviate coming into the store and exposing yourself to a lot of people chose curbside pickup. But you know what? I think this curbside pickup is not going to disappear. I think that probably 10% of the parking lot is going to be converted into a curbside pickup. Especially to those disabled. I think the people who are disabled will have an advantage here. They will certainly cheer up for this because I think this is helpful. I actually think this is really convenient and helpful, especially the ones that are using wheelchairs to go to the stores or when you're helping somebody basically. So this is an absolutely great thing. And so for the next, I don't know, 10 years, could be more than that, this curbside pickup is not going to disappear. And I actually might think it might increase. Now, to increase, in terms of increase, I don't know how many percentages, but it will certainly not disappear because of how popular it is. And certainly it will convert some parking spaces into just a curbside pickup spot. Sorry, I'm having a brain dead moment, I guess. And the stores that is actually benefiting from this are the stores that have a grocery and a department store style, such as Walmart hypermarket. It's same thing with Target. I'm not sure if Costco is going to get into it, but certainly I would not be surprised to get into it. Best Buy is already doing it, but I'm not entirely sure if they will stop it or they will continue it. Because Best Buy is certainly a niche type department stores. They're mostly electronics, but I'm not entirely sure if they will expand it. Let's just say they keep it, but again, I'm not entirely sure if they will expand it. And because again, the people who are disabled, they can always order it online. I mean, they don't have to drive up. Like I actually think they people might have drive-throughs. Why not, right? Not only that, imagine, if you have small items to pick up, why not just do a drive-through? The same way as you get your medicine through a pharmaceutical drive-through, right? Pharmacy drive-through, I guess you can say. So it's going to be interesting how this is going to go. Now, me personally, I prefer just picking up to the store. I am not into curbside pickup. I do know that a lot of people love doing it because it's much more convenient. But in the malls, I don't see curbside pickup being an advantage because I think when people go to the mall, they just, I guess, go there and then check out other stores. And so I'm not entirely sure if the malls are gonna expand more of the curbside pickup, but I do know that 10% of the their parking lot did have curbside pickup spots, parking spots. And so we'll see how this curbside pickup will look like in the future. I'm not entirely sure if 1 year is enough. Maybe 5 years should be enough. So moving on to the next topic, certainly package delays. More and more packages will be delayed because, well, certainly due to the China virus. But on the article by retailguide.com, package delay rate could be up to 2 times worse this holiday season report. So according to a new report from lateshipment.com, I can't believe that's a website, average package delay rates during this year's holiday season could range from 14 to 18%. That makes the package delay rate between 1.5 to 2 times worse than any past holiday season. Highly populated areas like New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago could face delays between 25 to 30%, report estimates. Wow. So from April 1 to October 31, the most significant package delays in New York were 14.9%, LA was 11.6%, Chicago was 7%. That is absolutely staggering. So certainly a lot of people are buying online, and the online sales are up. And so don't be surprised that package delay is happening, and I'm not surprised that package is happening, and that's why FedEx, UPS, and the post office are hiring a lot of people, needing to hire a lot of people. But what if this pandemic is over? This China virus is all over. Obviously, there's the news that the vaccine has been approved by the FDA, or authorized, I guess you can say. And are they gonna lay off a lot of people? But I'm not entirely sure. Are those people going to be needing to work somewhere else? Again, I'm not entirely sure. So this package delay is a big problem. Not only that, there's also package thieves out there, stealing packages. And I'm not entirely happy with that. Look, don't get me wrong, even before this China virus, I've had package delay. So certainly it's not something new. But since everyone's buying online and we can't go shop at the mall these days because of their limited hours, a lot more sales are happening online and a lot more packages are being shipped, and it's pretty obvious that package delay is happening. Now, I'm not entirely sure if the post office and UPS actually raise up the price during the peak season, which is right now, and you know what? The stores decide that they will bear the cost and make sure that the consumers don't get charged extra for it. I'm not entirely sure that's happening. If I was buying a gift, I wouldn't buy online right now. I would only buy online if they only had it online. But if they had it at the store, I would buy it at the store. So again, watch out for those package delay. I guess it's happening more and more, and don't be surprised if your packages suddenly comes after Christmas and you had to give somebody a gift before Christmas or during Christmas. You know that's going to be a heartbreaker. So the pandemic is making it hard for the small businesses to thrive. And we keep hearing about politics, not even politics, also small people, including me, consumers, customer, whoever, that small businesses are the backbone of the United States of America. And it is. There's no denying that fact. But for some reason, these pandemics has hit small businesses in a big, major, a massive effect. And the only stores or businesses that are gaining from this is small big box stores, Walmart, Target, Costco, Best Buy. And certainly the small business have a disadvantage because small businesses rely on people to come into the stores and foot traffic, but we can't because we got people actually no we got the government shutting down a lot of businesses, restaurant businesses, certainly even boutique shops. It's not just restaurants too, but those mom and pop small stores and designer shops, I guess, their own company. And yet for some reason they are being told to close. Probably the majority of them, could be some of them, but it doesn't matter. But the fact is that big box stores are still gaining from it. Now, why am I saying this, even though you do know this? Because, well, for one, we can see the effects of virus here. Is that small businesses have a disadvantage when there is a pandemic. Now, what is the solution? Well, it's pretty obvious. We got to support small businesses. We can't just let them shut down. And for some reason, people are letting this happen. And we can't. And sooner or later, these small businesses are going to close down. And then you wonder why. Hey, there's nothing happening in my city, or hey, all my city is just big box stores. Well, whose fault is that? It's pretty obvious that it's your fault. We can't always rely on the government to do certain things, and we can't always rely on the government to help them because apparently the government only cares about the big brands, and it's absolutely terrible. Now, we all know that these small businesses cannot compete with shipping time with big box stores where they have 2 days, 3 days. I mean, these small businesses have 1 week, and they don't have as good as a contract in terms of UPS and FedEx. And so they rely on the post office. And as you know, post office is not really 100% reliable. I mean, that's pretty obvious. If you don't know that, then I absolutely feel sorry for you. And so what comes to mind is that I do see, and I've been out this past weekend, that there were small businesses closing or they were already closed. And it is absolutely sad because you're starting to realize that, hey, certain parts of the city are becoming a ghost town. We can't always do that. And it's sad. People's livelihood are on the line, or were on the line, and it's gone. And people, life and family could be gone, or is already gone because of the pandemic or because of the state order. I mean, I really don't know what to say about it. I mean, if I was a small businesses, me personally, this is just me personally, not representative of other small businesses, I would still be open. I would fight for it. I mean, even if I get arrested, I would still fight for it. Because again, how is it that the big box stores are open and yet the small businesses are not? I mean, you could catch the China virus while you're in the grocery store, and yet restaurants cannot do outdoor dining. That doesn't make absolute sense. And you wait in line, the cashier at Walmart, I mean, you're still there for a while. I mean, what does the difference make if you eat outside? I mean, there's air while the stores are indoor. I mean, a lot of these stores don't have good ventilation. Let me tell you that. So, in the end, I mean, all I can say is I feel as far as for small businesses, all I can say is that the closure of small business are off the charts. I don't know the number, but I'm sure you can find it, and I've read them, and it is just off the charts. I mean, it is absolute a lot. So once 2020 is over, I mean, I don't know how 2021 is going to look like. So going to the technology and electronics section. So as you know, and I'm sure you've noticed, when it comes to buying electronics, seems like there are so low stock. Low stock of PlayStation 5, low stock of the new Xbox, low stock of processors, computer stuff, basically, computer parts, low stock of TVs. I mean, low stock of, I guess, home theater speakers. Low stock of everything, basically. Now, I shouldn't say everything, actually. There's a high stock of laptops. There's a high stock of tablets, certainly cell phones. So there's a lot of that stuff. Now, the reason why there's a low stock is because, for one, is the orders from the factories. They are not making them fast enough because the factories probably are not running at 100% capacity. Number two is that everyone is fighting for the port to ship it on time prior to Christmas. And not only that, they are also fighting for airline space to ship to Christmas. Now, if you ship by air, it is really expensive. Absolutely expensive. And everyone's paying for that. Everyone's trying to pay top dollar for the airline space. And as you know, airlines are not being flown up a lot these days because of the China virus. And that is the reason why a lot of your items that you want are in low supply. Now, is that the company's fault? I don't think so. But it does question their preparation and organization, because it seems like they were not prepared, because they think that, this virus is going to be finished by the end of the summer, as many people thought, but it's still here. And look, I'm not going to blame them. I think 2020 is over. It's just one of those cases that, you know what, I mean, it's over. I mean, what can I say? So certainly right now a lot of people are mad because they're at home and they can't do anything, so they want the electronics so they can actually do something with their life. And I am in the same position. Can't go out. So what do? Just stay home, play games. So obviously making this podcast. And so there are certain things that I am looking to buy. And during COVID, I mean, when August and September was here, there were a lot of low supply of webcam. You could not buy webcams because everyone was doing that Zoom and also these online classes. And so there were a low supply of webcams. Well, now they're back, but certainly there's a lot of low supplies, and certainly the PlayStation 5 and Xbox are still in low supply. You cannot buy them. You cannot find them. They're both MIA because a lot of these bots, I've been talking about that for so long, are buying those items. Same here, and I've been wanting them. And so the reason why they are low stock is because probably is the preparation of the company as estimating the units, also including shipping by boat, and also certainly limited by shipping by air to catch the Christmas sale. And so that concludes this Mr. Informal Podcast 135. I hope you listened to me from beginning to end, and I gave you some insights, and hopefully you learned something today. And please do not forget to add me on Instagram, MISTER INFORMAL, and then check me out on check out my website, mrinformal.com. Got some good stuff there. mrinformal.com. And please, I hope you are safe, and I hope you are cautious when shopping for those gifts. And I hope you are being healthy and staying healthy and staying fit. And again, please be safe and Merry Christmas. Bye bye.